Hello, my dear students, my dear thinkers. This is your science friend Srinivas from scientificstudents.com. On this 26th March 2026, I am happy to share my solar induction cooktop. As you all know that I'm more or interested converting many of my electrical appliances and gadgets to work on solar power. So during this wartime, so LPG is not coming out properly. So people are running out of gas cylinders. That's why everybody is buying these induction cooktops. But however, they are all working on 230 volts AC, alternating current, the regular utility line, the distribution power companies, distributed power. Okay, but now, as you all know that, renewable energy, solar energy is very promising. See, I have a solar plant here. So, so this particular solar plant, I have connected this solar energy to my one particular solar power management system here to make you understand the calculations. That's why I have tinkered this. And now I'm going to show you how this induction cooktop is working. See, from the solar power, it is coming here at input, and then through this on-off control and then power measurement, and the solar power is coming here. From here through the cable, it's going to my induction cooktop. Okay, my dear friends. Now I'm going to place, my tea vessel. I wanted to make a tea. So for which I more or prefer to have a watery tea. I mean more water and less milk. So I poured a glass of water in this, okay, and little milk, yeah, little milk. I mean 1/4 milk and 3/4 water. And also I'm going to put my tea powder. Okay, 1 spoon of tea powder. Okay, yeah, done. Now I want to make sure. See, I'm going to switch on this. So you can see now the displays. Okay. Now I'm going to clear the previous usage. So I'm holding the button. Yeah, it is clearing all the energy readings. Okay. Now you see my solar power plant voltage is at 26 volts. Okay. And my energy is 0 at this point of time. But power, you can see 5 watts because of little current is pulled. Maybe that's the ideal current here. Now I'm going to switch on this. You see, I switched it on. Okay, my induction cooktop, solar induction cooktop is on. I'm going to raise the temperature. See, temperature is at 240 degrees. So it is started, boiling my tea. Now you can see the calculations here. The calculations, what you can see here, at 24.4 volts, it is pulling around 24 amperes. So 24 into 24 is the watts. I mean, you can see that, 771 or 800 watts, okay? So, and also you see the energy, 5 watt. It has taken 5 watts energy now. And it is boiling my tea. Okay, now we can see the time also. We have started this making tea at time. I'm going to tell you at how many minutes it's going to make my tea. Okay, I can control even the temperature. You can see. 200 degree. I mean, like in regular stoves, you have the sim and mid and high and all. No, likewise, I can control this. Okay, so I'm going to raise it at a full speed. See, at 240, 200 degrees. You see, already it is going to be boiled. So it is a minute now after I started boiling my tea. It is a minute and a half now. So let's see. Here we can see, you see, at 24 volts it is pulling 22, almost 21 amperes. So it is drawing power. You can see the power, and because of that power with respect to time, you can see the energy. 18 watts energy so far it has consumed per, of the way making my tea. So this is a setup. This is a setup. So regular induction cooktops, you don't need all these setups. Just 230 volts AC connection will be put into. You see, the steams are coming now. You can see now. You see. So at 200 degrees. So it is just 2.5 minutes now. In 2.5 minutes, you see the power calculations. You see? The power is around at 618 watts. At 24 volts, it is drawing 22 amperes. So that 618 watts. Now, so far, it has consumed 28 watts. Around 3.5 minutes now. Okay, my dear friends. You see, it is boiling. So you can understand, just for preparing 1 glass of my tea, how much energy I am consuming through my solar induction cooktop. See, once again, I am going to show you very clearly. You see, at 24 volts, I am pulling 21.4 amperes. So the product of voltage and current is going to be the watts at 518 watts. So far I have consumed 35 watt hours. I mean, that is energy. So it is really boiling. My tea is getting ready. You can see the steams are coming out. So it is around 4 minutes now. I think maybe another in 1 minute, my tea is going to be ready. It will be bubbling like anything now. Okay? You see? Yeah? More and more steams are coming in. So all this power is powered by my solar power plant. Okay? So this is how you need to understand. This is how you need to learn. Now see, around at 42 energy units. Okay, you see? See, it is totally bubbling now. I have to reduce, otherwise it will spill over. It will come out of my, you see, it's nicely. So I am going to keep from the mid to sim position. Like in regular your LPG gas stove, you will have the high, mid and sim, no? Similar to that. See, it is boiling so nice. Very interesting, my dear friends. You see, just hardly less than 50 watt energy. You see, it is so nicely, so beautiful, excellent. There is no heat at all on this induction cooktop, but the heat is directly going and cooking all my breakfast and lunch and dinner, everything on this. Okay, now you can understand. You see, at 24 volts, pulling 22 amperes, the product of them are the power, and with 52 watt hours, you know. This is power with respect to energy is power with respect to time is the energy. So far, how much energy? You see, this is 55 watt hour. My tea is ready. It's so nicely boiling. Yeah, it is ready now. Totally, it is ready. I'll increase and see what more happens. You see, I went up to more temperature. You see, I raised the temperature. You see, very nicely, it is ready. Okay, then. So, likewise, I think we can make many videos to make you understand all the calculations for preparing, what kind of various our food items, so that we will understand what is the power requirement for preparing all such. Okay, this is how we'll understand electricity in a most practical way, and also will be the part of the solution, not to the part of the pollution. That's why I have demonstrated this solar induction cooktop with my such kind of wonderful tinkering. So you might ask me, sir, how you have changed your cooktop to work on solar power? That's another interesting video I'll make and show you. So now I'm going to switch it off now. You see, I have switched it off, and still fan is on because it is trying to cool the induction cooktop internal electronic circuitry. Okay, then once it is off, I cannot shut down now the induction cooktop because the fan is still running. Once that stops, then only I can switch it off. But now I can take out. It's not really hot now. It's not hot, but the tea is hot. That's another interesting fact you can understand. If I put it onto my glass, the glass will become hot. You see how interesting this. You see, I can hold it. Okay, but I have forgot to bring the filter. So let me bring my filter, and then I can show you how hot it is. See, my dear students, now by this time my induction cooktop internal cooling fan is also off. So I can now switch off my circuit breaker also, my main switch off. Okay, but now I brought my tea filter. This is my tea filter. So now I can see there's no heat. I can literally hold it with my hand. That is the beauty of this induction cooktop. It is not heating the vessel, but heat is going to prepare everything. Now I'm going to filter, the tea into the tea glass. You see? But now if you touch the tea glass, you can't. It is very hot now. It is very hot. You can't touch it. Now this is a question for all of you. Why I am able to hold it, this one, very easily and filter my tea, but now I cannot hold it. That hot it is. So you need to understand all such heat and temperature and the specific heat and internal heat and latent heat, all the physics concept of heat and temperature. Okay. Anyway, I hope I made you understand very interestingly somewhat about induction cooktop, but most interestingly to make it work on solar power. Okay, which is abundant, which is sun gifted energy, free energy, green energy. Happy tinkering, keep innovating, many more such practical, utilized concepts of science and technology. Signing off, your science friend Srinivas from scientificstudents.com/solarlab.html. You can go to my webpage scientificstudents.com/solarlab.html for many such solar tinkerings. Bye bye. Happy Sri Ram Navami. Bye bye.